Ma Fei asks everyone to follow him. He will bring everyone to success. Thinking, so what if Leon is a necromancer? He will prove that only he, Ma Fei, is the most suitable to be this class's leader. He is the strongest man in the whole class. But Leon is feeling strange, thinking, what kind of beginner's world is this? Why haven't there been any system prompts? Suddenly, everyone hears a voice from behind. A blue old man appears, saying, such a pity. When they turn their heads to that voice, they see an old man. His whole body is blue. The old man says to everyone, you're all so young. It's such a pity. Everyone gets really surprised, asking, who is this NPC? Leon is also curious. He asks the old man, what do you mean by that? The old man ignores their question and welcomes them to Nightmare Village. Suddenly, a blue window pops up in front of everyone, saying, welcome to the Beginner's Training Nightmare Village. Difficulty, Beginner's S rank. The Beginner's Training's difficulty is calculated separately from the other worlds. A Beginner's S rank is roughly equal to a normal world's E rank. Training requirements, leave alive. Find the secret at the core of Nightmare Village. Everyone gets really shocked after seeing this Nightmare Village, because everyone knows the Nightmare Village that killed 40 people, the one that no one's passed before. They start running to the village gate, saying they want to go home. They don't want to play anymore. Ma Fei asks everyone to stop, saying, don't worry. He will definitely lead everyone out of Nightmare Village. But Leon knows an E-level world needs you to at least have a level at the early stage. But they're all disciples, how can they pass this? Levels in the other world are divided into 4 levels: disciple, early stage, middle stage, and late stage. Disciples are level 1-10. Early stages are 11-20, and so on. Suddenly, the man who wants to go home. They were bounced back as soon as they got near the door. The old man asks everyone to stop struggling. As soon as they enter Nightmare Village, they can never leave. After hearing the old man's words, students start crying, saying they can't leave, they're all going to die. Ma Fei asks them to get a grip. He will definitely lead everyone out of Nightmare Village. But Leon claims, thinking, no wonder that class before them was wiped out. The mission objective is to find the secret at the core of Nightmare Village. This uncle may be mysterious, but he doesn't seem to be malevolent. He shouldn't be our enemy. The old man explains to everyone there's no need to get too worried. Since they're here, might as well get comfortable. After hearing the old man's words, Ma Fei thinks he gets it. The old man wants them to relax and face it confidently. The old man, with a scary face, says to everyone, no, he meant, since they're here, just accept that they'll die here. Everyone gets really surprised, thinking, what just he say? The old man, with a smile, says to everyone, I'll stop toying with everyone, and says he is the village head of Nightmare Village. Wogan. There are 2 requirements for living in Nightmare Village. 1. They can live in any of the empty houses, but they can't, under any circumstances, touch the black stones on the door. 2. They must return to the house before dark and close the windows and doors. They can't open them no matter what. Leon, who is really curious, asks the village head, why can't they come out after dark? The village head, who is really suspicious, says to Leon, he'll understand once the night comes. After that, everyone decides to listen to what the village head said and find a house to hide in first. They divide into 4 groups, 11 students in one group. After a moment later, Leon finds a suitable house with his group. After they go into the house, the white-haired girl asks everyone for safety, saying, let's rest on the 2nd floor tonight. Leon, who is standing there, one of the girls asks him, if there's any danger later, remember to protect me. I'm a healer. I can give you a lot of HP. The white-haired girl, seeing this, comes to the red-haired girl and says, how can someone be so shameless? Can't she see there are so many classmates watching? Zhao Ziyu says to the white-haired girl that she is okay with it. How is it any of her business? Runway. The white-haired girl replies, asking if she thinks looking like a cow is something to be proud of. Zhao Ziyu says to her, anything's better than having nothing at all. She is referring to her chest. When these 2 girls are fighting, one of the students goes to the window, saying, Granny, I miss you. Then we see an old lady on the other side of the window, saying to this student, my good grandchild, Granny's very cold. This place is scary. Will you open the window to let Granny hug you? He opens the window for her. Suddenly, Leon asks him to stop, saying that's not his granny. But it's already too late. He already opened the window, and that old lady suddenly starts attacking him. Leon's friend uses his sand binding magic to stop this old lady from attacking him. He says to the student, come quick. He can't hold it for long. Suddenly, the old lady transforms into a red nightmare monster. Everyone gets really shocked after seeing him, saying this nightmare is somehow only a normal monster. Are even little monsters this perverted in a beginner's S-ranked world? Suddenly, the monster starts attacking Leon's friend. He says, "Yo, monster, don't come over here. If he eats such fatty meat, he'll get the 3 highs." But before the monster attacks him, the white-haired girl stops his attack with her shield skill. She asks Zhao Ziyu to heal her and Leon to summon the undead to restrain this nightmare monster. Both of them agree with the white-haired girl. Zhao Ziyu starts casting his healing magic and gives the buff to the white-haired girl. The white-haired girl, who is thinking, as long as everyone works together, dealing with this nightmare shouldn't be difficult. Now, they just have to stall until Leon can summon his undead. But suddenly, she notices Leon, who is running towards the nightmare monster. He is going to attack him with his staff. Leon's friend explains to him that's not how he uses a staff because if the nightmare gets close to him, he'll die. But Leon doesn't pay any attention to him. He uses his staff and attacks the nightmare monster. With one strike, he kills the nightmare monster. Everyone gets really surprised, saying, "A nightmare with 50 HP was killed in an instant just like that. Do all necromancers fight like this?" After killing that monster, Leon asks everyone, "Look at this. The nightmare that was killed became a black stone, and it's dissipating." The white-haired girl, after seeing this black stone, says to everyone that the symbol on this thing's identical to the one on the doorframe. They're both of Nightmare Village, so that shouldn't be odd. Leon, who is thinking that this is really strange and thought if there's a bug, asks why didn't he get any stat points despite killing a nightmare with a melee attack. The white-haired girl asks Leon if he noticed something. Leon replies that nothing, he might be overthinking. The next day, everyone says thanks to the heavens for Zuoyu and Leon last night. If they didn't defeat the nightmare monster, they would be dead. They think they can't go wrong with sticking close to Leon because he is super strong. He dealt with that nightmare in a split second. Not only that, before that, Zuoyu used her shield to directly stop the nightmare's attack. She's pretty impressive too. Ma Fei is listening to their conversation. He thinks if he were there, he definitely wouldn't have let a girl like Zuoyu tank the damage. Hiding behind a girl isn't something a manly man would do. He'll defeat nightmares with a single strike. After seeing Ma Fei like that, Leon says to him if he's doing morning training this early, and compliments him, saying how hardworking he is. As expected of the class monitor, just this bit of effort has made him surpass a lot of people already. After seeing them, Ma Fei stops and says to them he was just practicing for a second. He asks the white-haired girl, Zuoyu, to stay in a house with him tonight, promising that he definitely won't let her take any damage. Zuoyu replies that his role is a tank, and if she doesn't tank it, is he going to be the one to do it? Ma Fei replies, no, saying that he can face a nightmare on his own merit. He doesn't need her to act. She tells Ma Fei that this sort of thinking isn't right. Their teacher already said that they need to work together, and he can't just always want to do things himself. He should learn from Leon. Suddenly, Leon hears some voices. It's the village head. He has come with his fellow villagers, asking them to kill all the students, not letting a single one escape. Tie them onto a pyre and let the flames burn away their sins. Kill any who resist. Ma Fei comes forward, asking the village head what's happened and if there has been some misunderstanding. The village head replies that there is no misunderstanding at all. He asks if Ma Fei is very clear on the good deed he did last night. Leon is really curious, thinking that there's around the same number of village people as there is in their class, and their ages don't seem to be that different either. But before Leon says something, Ma Fei asks the village head if he means they killed a nightmare last night. The village head is silent. Ma Fei says that those are the protector spirits of Nightmare Village. They must have broken the rules of Nightmare Village last night, so the protector spirits tried to punish them. Obviously, the protector spirits will be angered, and the villagers will end up suffering alongside them. They should die 1,000 deaths for their sin. Die 1,000 deaths. Ma Fei asks the village head if there is any way to save a nightmare, a protector spirit if they've accidentally killed it. The village head replies that there is a solution. If the person who's angered the protector spirits must remain outside the house when night falls. He asks who among them has this kind of courage. Ma Fei is really nervous, thinking that no one knows just how many nightmares there are in Nightmare Village, and the night might even hide greater dangers. Isn't staying outside the house suicide? Suddenly, Leon interrupts their conversation, saying to the village head that he killed the nightmare or protector spirit, whatever they want to call it. He will wait here for night to fall. After hearing Leon's words, Ma Fei asks Leon if he has lost his mind. This isn't how he steals the limelight. He's asking for death. Ma-Fei apologizes to the village head, saying this classmate of his is a bit slow. Please don't listen to what he says. Leon asks Ma-Fei to relax, saying he hasn't lost his mind, and there's something he wants to verify. It might even help them leave this world. The village head, with other villagers, locks Leon in the middle of the village. Ma-Fei asks Leon, what did he mean when he said it could help them leave this world? Zuo Yu also asks Leon if he has found the secret at the core of Nightmare Village. Leon replies that he might have, he'll test it at night. Sometime later, after nightfall, Leon is locked in the middle of the village alone, and suddenly, a nightmare monster starts approaching Leon. He suddenly attacked Leon, but someone stopped the nightmare monster with his sand binding, so it couldn't attack Leon. The one who stopped this monster is Leon's best friend, Young Xiang Dai. He asked Ma-Fei to act quickly, as he could only control that nightmare for a second. Ma-Fei, who was attacking the nightmare monster, asked him to relax, saying, I, Ma-Fei, will definitely take good care of you all. As a true swordsman, one man and one sword can conquer all enemies in this world. Suddenly, the nightmare monster got free from Young Xiang Dai's sand binding and started attacking Ma-Fei. After witnessing some moves from the nightmare monster, Ma-Fei thought, he is so fast. Did Leon really kill something like this while being just a mage? This is impossible. If Leon can do it, he can also do it. So, he used his defense-breaking strike and attacked the nightmare monster. While Ma-Fei was fighting with the nightmare monster, Leon's friends came to rescue him. Leon asked them why they were all out here. The white-haired girl replied that they were scared Leon would be in danger alone, so they came to help, considering it a kind of repayment. However, the white-haired girl couldn't remove the chains from Leon's hands. She asked them to wait for Ma-Fei to break these chains with his sword. But Ma-Fei couldn't come because he was fighting the nightmare monster and another girl. Before she could say anything else, Leon broke the chains with his hands, telling the white-haired girl he didn't need anyone's help and asking them to look, saying, isn't it fine now? Both of them were really surprised, asking Leon if he was really a necromancer. Ma-Fei was still fighting the nightmare. After releasing Leon, the white-haired girl went to Ma-Fei to help. She asked Zhao Ziyu to heal Ma-Fei now, but Ma-Fei said he didn't need it. He could defeat this monster alone because, according to him, true heroes are created through fighting, and scars are a man's badges of pride. Young Xiang Dai advised Ma-Fei not to fight it one-on-one and to hit its head, the weak point of a nightmare. The white-haired girl also agreed, recalling how Leon had defeated the nightmare by hitting its head. Despite this advice, Ma-Fei continued attacking the nightmare's head. Leon tried to tell him that the real weak point of a nightmare isn't its head. But Ma-Fei didn't listen, thinking Leon was scared that he would surpass him. Leon needed the help of his teammates to deal with a nightmare, but Ma-Fei only needed a sword. He asked Leon to watch his next strike carefully and used his sword skill to cut the nightmare multiple times. However, the nightmare only lost 5 HP. Ma-Fei was confused and asked the nightmare what happened, stating that he hit its weak point, so it should have been one-shotted. He then questioned Young Xiang Dai if he was trying to stall him. After witnessing this, the white-haired girl thought something was wrong because Leon had one-shotted the nightmare by attacking its head. Young Xiang Dai also agreed, saying it was an issue with Ma-Fei's thinking, not being as good as Leon. Angry at this, Ma-Fei thought, I'm not as good as him. I, a swordsman, cannot compare to him, a necromancer. They asked Ma-Fei to come back, warning him that he would definitely die if he took another hit. The white-haired girl asked Ma-Fei to let Leon do it instead. But he didn't listen, stating he would definitely kill the nightmare monster. He used his defense-breaking strike and attacked the nightmare, dealing 30 damage with one last strike. However, before he could land the final blow, Leon attacked the nightmare and killed it, saying to Ma-Fei that he worked hard, but Ma-Fei is not happy. He asks Leon what he's doing, as he killed it, stealing Ma-Fei's limelight. He asks everyone if they saw it, as he was going to solo kill this nightmare, but this brat Leon stole his limelight. Leon's friend, Young Xiang Dai, asks Ma-Fei to calm down, telling him to let it go. However, Leon doesn't pay any attention to them. He's thinking about the black stones he got after killing the nightmare. Suddenly, another 2 nightmares come to attack them. They get really scared, wondering what they should do. Leon responds quickly and asks everyone to go into the house, saying there's no need to fight these nightmares because he thinks he knows how to pass. Everyone follows Leon's words and goes inside the house, as nightmares can't enter. After that, the white-haired girl asks what the way to pass he was talking about is. Leon replies that they will know tomorrow. When the time comes, just listen to him. The next day, the village head comes, calling them despicable outsiders. He accuses them of killing another protector spirit after being given a chance to redeem themselves. He insists that they should all go to hell, adding that no matter what they say today, they must all die because they cannot let them destroy their nightmare village. Leon asks the village head if he is really a villager of Nightmare Village. The village head replies that Leon is talking nonsense. They have lived there for generations and tells them not to try to stall for time as their death is certain. Since things have reached this point, Leon decides it's time to reveal the truth behind Nightmare Village. He claims there's only one truth. The village head asks Leon what he means by that. Leon reveals that the village head and every villager in this village are not the original inhabitants of Nightmare Village. All 40 of them are the class that was wiped out in Nightmare Village previously. They were trapped in this fantasy realm ever since they entered, unable to leave the other world. After hearing Leon's words, the village head starts laughing, dismissing it as a fantasy realm and claiming Leon is making up stories out of fear of death. Leon smiles and says he has evidence, showing the black stone from his pocket to the village head. The village head is surprised after seeing the protector stone and asks Leon why he removed it from its place, saying he should die 10,000 deaths for this. However, Leon is not the only one with the black stone. Leon's friends also have black stones. The village head is really nervous after seeing everyone with black stones because, according to him, the protector stones are high-level holy objects that protect them from nighttime attacks. He warns that if anyone tampers with them, heavenly punishment will be laid upon them. Leon replies that these aren't just protector stones. The entire fantasy realm is made up of these black stones with mysterious symbols on them. As long as they shatter the black stones, cracks will appear in the fantasy realm. So, Leon and his friends break the black stones together, and suddenly cracks start appearing in the sky. After that, the village head starts remembering how he got trapped in Nightmare Village, promising the principal to bring everyone back safely. He recalls that as long as they work together, they can definitely finish the beginner's training. However, the assignment they received was the Nightmare Village, and when they entered, nightmare monsters started attacking them. He asks everyone not to panic, as there must be a way to leave. Suddenly, something happens, and everyone changes into the nightmare villagers, and he remembers now that he was the class monitor when suddenly a system notification popped up, saying, "A player has found the secret at the core of Nightmare Village and successfully awakened its villagers. Mission successful. Rewards given will be calculated based on everyone's individual ratings." Everyone was really happy after passing a really difficult exam. The system notified everyone, transporting all players out of the world. The white-haired boy thanked Leon for everything he did for them. After saying that, he teleported into the real world. Yang Xiangdai said to Leon that he is really something and asked him how he knew that was the way to pass. Ma Fei also agreed with him, saying Leon was a little smart for once. Leon stopped them, saying, "Let's talk about it when we get back." A moment later, everyone teleported into the real world. But Leon and his friends could not teleport. The white-haired girl asked Leon why they were still here and if they didn't pass. But before Leon could say something, a system notification popped up, saying, "Congratulations to 5 players on destroying the Black Nightmare Stones. A new mission has been issued. Retrieve the Heart of Nightmares. Mission difficulty E rank." Outside the Nightmare Village in the 4th campus, Principal Zhu Jinlong is really surprised after seeing that they all passed the Nightmare Village. However, he notices that Leon and a few others haven't returned. He wonders if they activated a hidden mission. If that's the case, and they successfully complete the mission, they'll be able to pick from any university in the country based on that achievement alone. But beginning a hidden mission is usually extremely dangerous, and this is the Nightmare Village's hidden mission to boot. They're all newbies, so will they be strong enough to complete it? In the Nightmare Village, Ma Fei asks Leon what they should do now because he is only level 3. And everyone's level should be about the same. With how weak they are now, entering a hidden mission would be suicidal. Zhao Ziyu also agrees with them, saying they know nothing about this Heart of Nightmares, so where would they even go to retrieve it? The white-haired girl asks if it might be possible that they only needed to awaken village head Wogan and the rest, and that there wasn't a need to break the black stones in the first place. Leon also says that he knows. In the other world, a hidden mission is an opportunity that you can only stumble upon but not look for. Leon must have known all along that breaking the black stones would activate a hidden world, so he asked them to break them along with him, right? He calls Ma Fei his big brother Yu, and he doesn't normally call him big brother Leon. He says he doesn't normally call him big brother for nothing. He didn't take on the hidden mission by himself and was willing to bring them along to seize this opportunity together. Ma Fei thought that he didn't think that Leon would somehow be willing to share this kind of opportunity, saying, "Just you wait. Although I may not have been your match in the newbies training, I will definitely complete this hidden mission before you. Some time later, many level 5 nightmare monsters start attacking them. Nightmares want to kill all of them, and everyone gets really scared after seeing so many of them coming at once. Yang Xiangdai says that they can't defeat them. The white-haired girl asks everyone not to go running off on their own. She asks Ziyu to prepare to heal her at any moment and uses her shield magic. She asks Yang Xiangdai to restrain their movement and asks Ma Fei to attack. Ma Fei uses his defense-breaking strike to attack the nightmare, but he is really confused, thinking, why? He only dealt 10 points of damage with one hit, and on the other side, Leon one-shots it with that hit. On the other side, Ziyu asks Zuoyu to hurry up as her mana's almost gone, and Zuoyu's almost out of HP too. But suddenly, Leon one-hit kills the nightmare, and a system notification pops up, saying, it has been detected that the player Leon has dealt with a nightmare via melee attacks. One free stat point has been awarded, EXP plus 10. The white-haired girl, Zuoyu, asks Leon to be careful, saying the other two are coming. But Leon also kills them with only one move. After defeating these two nightmare monsters, he gets a monster core, thinking, as expected of a hidden world, it gives high rewards. He gets the little fairy's necklace. Rank, F rank. Effect, increases skill damage by 5%. Role restriction, mage. He thought that although it's not bad as a piece of equipment, he can't unleash any skills, so he might as well give it to Yang Xiangdai, who is an awakened mage talent. After killing all the nightmares, everyone is really happy, saying everyone worked well together. Leon interrupts them, asking them to go and keep finding nightmares to kill. Leon just needs to kill one more nightmare, and he'll be able to level up to level 6. Plus he'll have a very high chance of having equipment appear for himself. He thinks that this hidden mission is really something. Yang Xiangdai asks Leon, saying, if I remember correctly, the hidden mission was something along the lines of getting us to retrieve the Heart of Nightmares. Leon replies that the Heart of Nightmares must be on a nightmare, so they won't go wrong killing nightmares. Leon asks them to follow, but suddenly the ground collapses, and everyone falls into the basement. Leon is thinking, where did they fall down to? Why is the floor so soft and squishy? Yang Xiangdai asks Leon why he is sitting on his butt and if he can get off his butt first. Leon, who is still thinking about why the floor here was this soft, asks everyone if they are fine. Everyone replies that they're fine. Yang Xiangdai asks everyone why there is such a strong smell here. Did they fall into a sewer? Zuoyu explains that this place isn't aired out, so the dead bodies and feces of small animals and whatever else will rot here. It's very normal for there to be a smell. Suddenly, Zhao Ziyu notices something. She says that's not right and asks them to take a look over there, saying it's the smell of its breath. When everyone turns their heads to where Zhao Ziyu is pointing, they suddenly see a huge monster sleeping in front of them. This is the boss monster, Nightmare King. Leon, after seeing the boss monster, thinks, is this what a rare boss is like? It's at level 10 like the Skeleton King, but this Nightmare King's so much stronger than it. Leon's friends also get really surprised. Yang Xiangdai asks everyone if the Heart of Nightmares wouldn't be this Nightmare King's heart. White-haired girl Zuoyu asks everyone why not look for a way to force quit this hidden mission, thinking it has 65 attack, and it'll be able to turn her and his shield into meat paste in no time at all. Ma Fei also agrees with them, saying since they say so, he'll let this Nightmare King go for now. But Leon does not agree with them. He says there's a chance to defeat this nightmare monster because he has 101 strength now, along with muscle creating miracles. He has 202 attack power, along with the 50% damage increase from the Ring of the Skeleton King. His first hit will be able to take away 1/3 of the Nightmare King's HP. All that's left is to attack the Nightmare King's weak points 3 or 4 times. It's not impossible to kill the Nightmare King, but this plan is like pulling chestnuts out of a fire. If he messes up once, he'll be killed by the Nightmare King. Yang Xiangdai asks Leon if he has a fever, questioning, you're telling me that there's a chance we win against this 10-meter tall monster? Leon asks them to listen to him. Although the Nightmare King's stats are high, its obvious weakness is defense. By using their strengths against its weaknesses, they might not have zero chance of winning. Zuoyu gets what Leon wants to do. She explains that Leon needs them to draw the Nightmare King's attention. Leon says that's right. As long as they all help him get a chance to attack, he swears he'll be able to kill the Nightmare King. Leon also says that this is extremely dangerous. The Nightmare King's agility is higher than theirs, and he fears none of them will be able to withstand even one hit with the amount of attack it has. So the four of them have to work together to restrain it. Everyone agrees with Leon, saying they trust him, and there's life in Leon's hands. Ma-Fei asks Leon not to try to show off if he can't do it, and it wouldn't be shameful if they ran away from such a strong boss. Leon asks them to relax, saying he is confident with his plan. After resting, Leon jumps on top of the Nightmare boss because as long as they don't attack the Nightmare King, it won't wake up. The first hit is the most important, and he has to find the weakest point on the Nightmare King. Suddenly, he notices something shining on the Nightmare's back, thinking it looks like this must be the Nightmare King's weak point. So, he prepares to attack the Nightmare with his full power, giving 508 damage to the Nightmare. Everyone gets shocked after seeing how much damage Leon gave him, thinking, is this the kind of damage a mage can do? Suddenly, a system notification pops up, saying, the player Leon has shattered the heart of nightmares. The mission is being changed. The Nightmare King has awoken. The mission has been successfully changed. Current mission, kill the Nightmare King. Difficulty, a rank. Leon asks everyone to get ready, act according to their plan, and help him get a chance to attack.